The air was heavy and damp as I stepped onto Changi Beach, the humid Singaporean night settling in with an eerie silence. The memory of its dark past hung like a dense fog, seeping through the ancient palm trees and whispering through the crashing waves. I had heard the stories, the ones about the 66 Chinese men whose lives were cruelly ended here by Japanese soldiers during World War II. Some dismissed them as mere folklore, but as I walked along the desolate stretch of sand, the tension was palpable. A shiver ran down my spine, and a cold gust of wind seemed to breathe down my neck, though the night was still. As I ventured deeper, the atmosphere shifted. The silence was broken by the distant, heart-wrenching sound of a woman crying. Her sobs seemed to echo from nowhere and everywhere at once, filling the void with an unsettling sorrow. I turned, hoping to see a source, but found only the endless dark stretch of the beach. Suddenly, a stinging sensation jolted across my face. It felt as if an unseen hand had struck me. I staggered back, my pulse quickening. Desperate to shake off the fear, I looked around, but there was no one in sight, only the distant, relentless roar of the sea. My heart pounded as I continued, trying to ignore the feeling of eyes boring into me from the shadows. Every crunch of sand beneath my feet seemed to amplify the oppressive silence, heightening my sense of dread. Then I saw them, or rather, didn't. Figures moved in the periphery of my vision, shadowy forms that vanished whenever I turned to face them directly. Headless apparitions walked up and down the beach with a slow, deliberate pace, their presence marked only by the faint rustling of their phantom footsteps. The grotesque sight made my stomach churn, but the true horror revealed itself when I reached a more secluded part of the beach. The air grew colder, and a series of high-pitched screams pierced the night. To my utter terror, I looked up to see what appeared to be human remains, limbs and heads, sailing through the air amidst the cacophony of shrieks. They flew erratically, seemingly possessed by some dark force, and then vanished into the void. My breath came in ragged gasps as I stumbled back towards the entrance of the beach, every nerve screaming in panic. The sobs of the woman continued to haunt me, and I could still feel the lingering touch of the invisible hand that had slapped me. As I fled, I couldn't escape the oppressive feeling that something malevolent watched my every move from the darkness. I finally emerged from the haunted stretch of Changi Beach, the oppressive sense of dread lifting only slightly with the safety of the lit streets. But the terror of what I had witnessed lingered, a chilling reminder of the dark history that still haunted this seemingly tranquil place.